It is 4:51 p.m. on January 1st, 2021. Whew, I almost said the wrong year there, but I caught myself and I was able to recover because you can just add one to it. I am currently jogging. I slept until like noon. You can go see my Instagram story vlog that's all I did basically. Slept till noon. The web developers that I was supposed to talk to at noon in India, they never answered my WhatsApp, so I guess I'll have to delay building my website for a little bit. And then I thought, you know what, got to start off the day with some exercise. Didn't really want to. I never do, but I have this fantasy that just showing my dad that I'm doing it every day is going to make him one day go, oh, you know what, if I exercise for an hour a day, that will cure all my health problems. I won't have this long list of health problems that need medication and then make me unable to walk. And then again, my mom works out and runs every morning, and that hasn't budged him. So, oh well, what can you do, right? I guess you just have to be stuck with the parents you have, as much as you'd love to change them. Which is sad, right? Because if you could get your parents to take care of themselves and exercise, they could be around a lot longer. Like my sister's mother-in-law died from smoking, and it's like, why do that? And actually my other sister's father-in-law smokes and is in the hospital. But sitting is the new smoking, so I don't want to hear like, well, your dad's not smoking. Yeah, well, he sits. Anyways, I don't think he watches these, so it's fine. And even if he does, Dad, exercise. Get a Peloton, I'll buy it, and you can sit on it for an hour a day watching some Netflix that I will set up on your TV, and you'll be healthy, and then you can travel with Mom. Yesterday my mom was saying she wants to travel. She saw like Andrea Botticelli or whatever his name is singing, and she's like she wants to go to Italy and see all the stuff. So that's my goal for the next month or two or whatever, however long it takes to make millions of dollars. I am going to take my mom traveling. So here we are. I made a video yesterday on New Year's Eve. I made one on Christmas Eve. I made one on Boxing Day. So this is my fourth video just walking around the Bayard Market. And here we are in Ottawa. So there's lots of tourists out. I'm sure there's social distancing or whatever they're doing. Everything's closed on New Year's Day. Oh, I just got a notification from my Nike running app. It says pausing workout. I wish there was a way. I tried shutting off the notifications yesterday because I get mad. It keeps interrupting my podcast. You've gone 1 mile. You've gone 2 miles. That's like, just be quiet, all right? I'll find out at the end. And now it just said resuming workout. Just stop. So now I have to keep moving, otherwise it's going to keep bothering me. Anyways, all right, well, I guess that's a good way to keep moving. But maybe I should stop using this app. What I want to get is an iPhone watch. When I have lots of money, I'm going to buy my iPhone watch. Anyways, let's see. So, yeah, I thought maybe you could make this a bit of a tradition where maybe this is the thing. Maybe every day I run over here and then make a video of myself at that Ottawa sign, and then you can watch the changes. You can be like, look, the weather's different. It looks a bit warmer now. Or, oh, look, the bars are open. Like in a few months, you'll be like, look at all the people on the patio. I don't know. Would anyone care? Is that what's going to go big? I was just listening to a podcast, a new one. I searched YouTube just before I ran, and found a new one with this girl, Erica, that interviews big YouTubers. And she was interviewing this woman who has a niche about nail polish. And she's got like 200,000 subscribers on YouTube or something, 300,000 followers on Instagram. And all she does is talk about nail polish. And she's like, obviously I'm not going to get the whole world. The whole world doesn't care about nail polish, but the people that do follow me are very passionate about that subject. And, they're very loyal. And she started a Patreon. And the Patreon gets her fans access to a private Facebook group where they can all chat with each other, and they're becoming friends with each other. So that made me think, that'd be kind of cool. Like if I start a community like that, like that's what I could do with a Patreon or some kind of paid subscription. I could have people access my Facebook group. Now, I don't know what my niche is. Maybe there's enough people who just care about me that would want to, and if you like me, then that's a mutual interest you'd have with other people. I know I've got a bunch of lunatics that stalk me. Maybe they'd be willing to pay. They probably would. That's the irony. People want to pay are just psychotic. I got pasta here in the summer. Do you remember that? That was really good. This is the Bayard Market in Ottawa. I think it's a World Heritage thing. No, the canal is. Did I tell you in the summer I passed a sign beside the canal, and I actually read it for a minute, and I was like, I had never, in my whole life being in Ottawa, never thought, well, yeah, why did they build the canal, and how did they do that? I'm just like, oh, it's just a canal, but it was something to connect rivers or something. Anyways, not much to report. I wasn't even thinking of filming. I thought, you know what, I could turn on the camera, but I got nothing to say. There's nothing, like, what am I going to do? Like, you know, either these become long diatribes like this, or they could be some kind of, like, me making funny observations on things. But even this place that was open on Christmas Eve is closed on New Year's Day. As the YouTube song goes, or U2 song goes, all is quiet on New Year's Day. Heart and Crown. I think they followed me on Instagram today, because that's their logo. That's very pretty. What else was I going to say? Yeah, like this could be like a podcast. Maybe I should take the audio from these daily jogs and just post them on the podcast. And then, I don't know. I mean, like Bill Burr has a big following, and he just rants for an hour on his podcast. But I guess he actually has topics. He's like, okay, I'm going to rant about Taco Bell or something. And then, ha ha ha, that's hilarious. And me, I'm just stream of consciousness. And I wonder, would I want to listen to this? Probably not. However, it's because I already know what I'm thinking. I might want to listen to somebody else do this, because then I'd be hearing their thoughts. And it occurred to me, like when I did my stand-up that I still have to post from my class show. Let's go in here. This looks fun. I actually did enjoy watching myself back because I could hear people laugh. So that's what makes it entertaining. No flyers. Like who is coming into that little nook there? This is pretty cool. This is the kind of place I always dreamed of living, like having a little secluded little, I don't know, loft or something. Oh, look, like a little patio back here. The mechanical room. Oh, now it just said pausing workout. Stop it. Stop it, Nike. Okay, that was fun. All right, so see, this is kind of like, I was in this coaching call a couple of days ago, and the girl was now it's saying pausing workout. Hold on, I'm actually moving here. All right, we're gonna turn off that. You know what? Now I can't do it while I'm filming because I feel like it'll stop filming. So now I gotta keep moving. This is like that movie. Okay, here's a funny story for you. Okay, well, the coaching thing, she suggested trying virtual reality goggles because she came to her dad, and you can like be in this thing and you can do tours of places and stuff. So that could be like this. This could be your virtual reality tour. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the running. Okay, so reminds me of two things. First, the movie Speed, where the bus has to keep going or it'll blow up. And then there was that movie Crank a few years ago where, who was it? Who was the action hero in that? Oh, was it Jason Statham? It probably was. I wonder if it was. Where he was injected with some kind of drug that if he didn't keep his heart rate up, he would die, something like that. So then it was like an action movie. He's like, oh, he's got to keep moving, got to have sex to get his heart rate up. And so years ago, I was shooting a commercial in LA. That was my first time, probably my first time in LA. We were staying at the Mondrian Hotel. No, the Mondrian? I think it was. It had like the Sky Bar, just so cool. Like it has this courtyard that looks down onto the pool, and I was just like, this is where I gotta live. I guess, if I ever live in a hotel. And so there was a bartender. What's her name? Let's call her Jessie. I think that was her name. And this producer, Rob, I was working with, was always going to the bar and talking to her. But I talked to her and I found out she was an actress and comedian. I was like, oh, that's cool. And she said she was doing a sketch comedy show. So I went to see her and we kept in touch on email. And then I was in LA again and I said, hey, want to get together? She's like, do you mind if I bring my boyfriend? And, my heart sank. I'm like, oh, no. But of course she has a boyfriend. She's a gorgeous actress in LA. What are you talking about? So I said, well, as long as he's hot. She's like, he is. I'm like, okay, bring him. Haha. And so we sit down for brunch at the hotel. This one was, I think it was the Shore Club, something like that in Santa Monica. And her boyfriend came and he's like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, or no, I said, what do you do? And he's like, I direct movies. I'm like, oh, cool. And he's like, yeah, I just did this one called Crank. It was like #1 at Blockbuster or something for a week or something. And I was like, Crank, I've heard of that. I'm like, holy holy cow, this is a genuine writer-director guy. So then I was like, focus on him. And I told him about my screenplay I was working on, about a guy who can't make decisions. And then he was like, oh, that's a great idea. That's not the idea, but there's a bit more to it. Anyways, and he's like, let me know when it's done. So then when I came back to LA years later, stayed at a girl's apartment for a couple of weeks and worked on my screenplay, because she worked in insurance for films, so she would look at my screenplay and give me some ideas. And yeah, while I was there, like in that 2 weeks, she met some guy on Tinder, and I think they got married eventually. So things happen fast. Anyways, and I finished the screenplay. I emailed his assistant, and he's like, I don't work for that guy anymore. He fired me or something. There was some kind of rift there. And I was like, oh, so I never reached the crank guy again, because Jesse wound up marrying somebody else. What was the point of that? Oh, yeah, crank. So that's what this is like. I'm in a situation now where if I don't stop, or if I don't keep moving, the app is going to be like, and I can't even get out of I have to keep filming, because if I leave the filming to turn off the app, it'll stop filming. So that's funny. One more little story here. So I just realized, it says low battery, so this is going to die soon. Look at is this lens dirty? I feel like it is. Give me 1 second to wipe this. How's that? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, it just said pausing workout. I got it. Okay. That's a bit better. Anyways, I figured if I'm doing these, maybe I should tell little anecdotes about each place that I've been. And so this place used to be a bar pretty recently. I was in there alone. I think met some girl off the internet, and then she left, and I decided I'm going to sit here myself. And some girl came up to me and just started talking to me. She was at the bachelorette party, got her name, and she's like a real estate agent, and we just kept in touch. And she sent me a birthday present once, like $150 or something. It's really sweet. And so now it's a Starbucks. And last year or 2 years ago, I met my old boss, Giannis, in the back there, and we just got together and we're talking about, he was my very first boss in Ottawa, so I have fond memories of that. And yeah, we were just talking about, okay, what if we come up with some digital product, like a little one-page book or something, and he would be able to make a landing page where people buy that, and we make lots of money. And I was trying to figure out landing pages this week to get people to like pay to subscribe to a Facebook group I started or something. And emailed back, yeah, I can do that for you, or here's some other platforms. And it's exciting that you have lots of members in your Facebook group. So and there's the Obama cookie place again, remember from yesterday? So yeah, a couple of girls holding hands there. I can't even get one girl to hold my hand, and there's two girls holding hands. Anyways, and then, there's a gay bar there. So we have a family friend who's like the father of a friend I went to school with. He had two wives, a couple of kids with the first one, and then wound up coming out as gay years later. I emceed his gay wedding, and then he's got this boyfriend, and they come to visit Ottawa sometimes. And the two of us, I guess this is just a year ago, we toured Parliament Hill, which is right over there, and then we popped in there to take a look. And then I was commenting on their Instagram saying, oh, should I come back for whatever it is they do, like, I think they were doing a drag night or something. And they're like, yeah, you should come. And then I just didn't, because as much as I wish I were gay, I mean, that would be so cool. I'd be so popular. And it would be a ready-made community, right? Like, you can go to any gay bar. Years ago when I was working in, shooting a commercial in South Africa, I had a gay art director, and we just dropped him off on a Monday night at some gay bar. And he wound up picking up and brought a guy back to his hotel room, and it was so easy. And he was not attractive,